Otwori and Brian Kibet, teachers at the Waithaka Vocational Training Centre, the trajectory of their lives has been shaped by teachers.
I was inspired by my mother. She's been a teacher, and I've always looked up to her. That's how I found myself also following her path to be a teacher.
This is a very interesting story because the person really who inspired me, it is a lady by the name Mary. She taught me my lower classes, and she was so tough on us. I was not really a person who tended to love mathematics, but she made me to like mathematics and sciences during that early stage. And the way she was delivering our work, I realized that this thing can be done. I realized she's the person who made my life to be where I am.
For the two trainers who are now entrusted with shaping the lives of their young students, teaching is more than just a profession.
Being a teacher is a calling, and being a teacher is like being the 13th disciple of Jesus. Being a teacher belongs to the people that are motivated. It's like being a student's third parent. So being a teacher, I find it kind of motivating, inspiring. I see the sense of responsibility being built in me.
To be a teacher is more like a calling. It's not really about how much you are earning. Because for you to train trainees to understand, you must have that passion about training. For you to be able to train, it must come from your inner. And that's the person as Enock I am.
The Waithaka Vocational Training Centre was opened in 1959 as Dagoretti Youth Club. It transformed to Waithaka Youth Club in 1974 and was officially registered by the Ministry of Culture and Social Services in 1978. It now offers technical and vocational education and training TVET courses under the Nairobi County Government. There are 9 courses offered at Waithaka. These include plumbing, welding, food and beverage, and electrical engineering. For a long time, TVET courses have been associated with failure, but in the recent past, there has been a concerted effort by corporates and the government to shift this narrative.
I'm seeing good things happening in TVET. If you go outside there, the people who drives our economy nowadays, they are people from TVET. We are moving from that shift of white-collar jobs to side whereby now it's hands-on. In quotes, what people say that ni kazi ya uchafu. People are making money from that. Those children who come to these institutions, they are the ones now who are coming peers back at their homes.
An analysis by the Higher Education Loans Board shows that employability is at 96% for people with TVET certification, compared to 40% among those with a university degree.
Currently, we are now having a lot of students. Even some of our students are university graduates who have also seen the need to be part of the TVET, to take advantage of the TVET programs. You know, our TVET programs are mainly focused on the practical fields, and now these fields are the fields that have been ignored by these students for a very long time. Now, when these students start coming in and take advantage of the TVET programs, they gain the hands-on skills.
20 months ago, the Safaricom Foundation set up an ICT-enabled skills center at Waithaka as part of its program for empowering TVET institutions. The Waithaka Centre is envisioned to be a model TVET ICT-enabled centre of excellence.
We thank Safaricom as an enterprise which is helping us so that these trainees can achieve their goal. And that's why even when we did e-marathon, which was done during the month of July, the best candidate in the category of ladies came from this institution. Number 3 came from this institution in terms of male. Number 3 in terms of ladies came from this institution. And there were 7 categories which were being awarded. 3 of them were skipped by Waithaka, showing how Safaricom Foundation has done marvelous job in this institution.
The setting up of the computer lab is part of the Foundation's commitment in not only championing increased enrollment in TVET courses, but also investing in quality TVET centers across the country so as to put in place sustainable infrastructure for youth training and boost transition to employment.
Currently, we have what we call the digital economy. We try to find a way that our students, together with the TVET programs that we have, how can our students be part of this economy? Number one, we enable our students to be able to know the current trends. How am I as a plumber relating to the current ICT trends? Number two, we also make sure that we enable our students not to only have to go to class. You can take part in, maybe you can go to YouTube and you can learn something from there.
In addition to equipping TVET centers, Safaricom Foundation plans to have close to 1,000 students receive TVET scholarships in various institutions across the country and eventually land job placements. However, there's a huge challenge of getting qualified trainers for TVET courses in Kenya.
Human resource in terms of trainers of technical skills, we have a limited number. And the government now needs to step up to help to train more trainers so that at least when the government is also employing, they get that they have a pool of trainers who are ready to go to market. Like now the way we have in primary, you have even surplus. But for technical skills, purely we don't have a surplus. That deficit needs to be bridged so that at least we get enough number of trainers in the country.
There is need to transform education because education transforms lives, economies and societies. That was the rallying call by the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres while speaking at the UN Transforming Education Summit in September. World Teachers' Day is celebrated every year on October 5th to highlight the responsibilities, rights and the value of teachers. The theme for the celebration this year was Transformation of Education Begins with Teachers. As he works to help transform lives at Waithaka, Brian looks forward to make an impact on his students the same way a teacher changed his life.
I can say teaching has been life-changing for me. I have been able to have a sense of responsibility that I'm not just a teacher, but I'm someone that that has my students looking up to me. Every morning I wake up knowing that I have to put my things in order because I have to be in class and there are students that are expecting that today Mwalimu will be taking us through something life-changing, through something that is going to open our eyes, and today our teacher is going to make an impact on our future.